Hey guys, we're gonna talk a little bit about seeds today and seed saving, seed harvesting, and yeah, we start some seeds or some plants by seed, and it's fall now, so fall is when you would harvest all your seeds for saving, and some seeds are on the plant in different ways. So yeah, let's look around at some seeds. So this is a plant called lamb's quarter, and a seed is also a grain. So this lamb's quarter here, you can see it's seeds all over, it's grains all over. So the seed of the plant is also the grain of the plant, which is high in protein, and that's what people will harvest for making bread or feeding to their animals or drying out or saving seeds. So sometimes people used to garden in a way where they would pick what they need and then they would take some seeds like this, can you see? And they'd spread a little extra so that they know whatever they got will come up next year, like with lettuce or just a different way of doing it. So all your seeds that you save for spring is something you're going to be harvesting in fall. That's lamb's quarter. There's a tomato here. So we didn't plant these. These actually grew in the compost pile. But the seeds in your tomato plants are right in the inside there. And these they take a little more time to harvest. All seeds, if you're going to save them, you want to dry them out. Otherwise they'll mold and they won't last. The way winter naturally saves seeds is they fall into the ground, they go dormant with the season, and then once the temperature gets appropriate in spring, they sprout out. So like these tomatoes and other stuff in here, we didn't plant any of this, it just grew. This is our compost pile. So we fed the pigs tomatoes, pigs pooped out seeds, compost pile produced it, and we left them grow. It's fun to do stuff like this. Just, you can get some decent produce just from your compost piles. This is also something that we didn't plant. Pumpkin. We can get some seeds out of this. This is a plant here. This is burdock. Probably recognize it because it sticks to
your clothes.
Yeah, most clothes, yeah. But that's, the seeds are in there. That's how they transfer their seeds. They stick to animals, transfer them. So we can go cut this open. See what kind of seeds are in there.
This is Buttercup. Hi. And look, we have a big squash plant right there. And there's a bunch over there. The big leaves on them. That's a big pumpkin plant. There was like 3 big pumpkins on it. And there was some sunflowers that popped up randomly in here too. She's enjoying her dinner. Okay, back to the pumpkin.
Well, if you want to flick it off, we'll just go inside and cut this open.
Okie dokie.
So I'm gonna cut open this pumpkin, see if there's seeds in it, and feed it to some pigs. That's hard. See all the seeds in here? I'm sure most of you have seen pumpkin seeds, but that's where the bulk of the protein is for the animals. They'll gain weight on this stuff too, but you get high protein in your seeds. A lot in there. All right, let's go over the potatoes. Okay, so here's some of our harvest that we pick. Some of these seeds we're gonna save, some we're just gonna feed to the animals. I pick these and don't feed everything out right away just to buy some time. These are picked soon, so they're starting to get squishy. I'm gonna feed them to the pigs.
Okay.
So with sunflowers, your seeds right on there. It's pretty incredible how many seeds you get out of one. See, these were picked at a better time.
We should do a guessing game and see if they can guess how many are on there and then have them count them in the class.
Yeah.
We teach a homesteading class, so if you're wondering on YouTube what we're talking about, that's what we're talking about.
These seeds, when farmers harvest their crops, they pick their seeds at the right moisture content. So this I picked at a better moisture content. I'm not sure exactly what you would want, probably like, I don't know, maybe like 12% moisture. But if they're too high in moisture, then they're gonna mold. If they're too low, I guess I don't know the bad part about that. Maybe they would just get dusty and be junky in that sense. But there's a nice moisture content when you want to pick them at. So these are drying real nice, these ones.
Yeah.
And farms will also have they'll have drying.
Abraham's been eating these.
Has he?
Yeah.
It's good. They'll have drying cribs where you can dry your corn or dry your seeds essentially. So these are the
This
seeds
one's
from
getting some
sunflowers.
mold on it right there.
Yeah, as you can see that, it's getting some mold. Which, that's kind of the nice part about doing a homestead farm where you have multi-species. You don't have much waste. Like, if all we were doing was harvesting sunflowers, we'd have to be very particular about the way we did it. Because if you molded 25% of your crop, it's a really big deal. But
Right.
if we mold 25% of our crop, we just feed the pigs more. So it's not that big of a deal.
Yep.
This is a big squash.
And sometimes I do order sunflower
Yeah.
for the pig feed.
Yeah, they're a high protein.
So,
Yep.
I mean, they can just eat this whole thing
Yep.
and it grows in the garden.
We'll pick some more sunflowers. And then potatoes, the way you harvest potato seeds, or you just pick your potatoes and then you save the ones you want for seeds. You can plant any potatoes. They call them seed tomato potatoes, but they're just little potatoes. They grow little spuds on them. If you want to save these till next year, what you do is you bag up the little ones once they're a little bit dry and put them in your basement. You want them in your basement where it's dark. And then they'll grow and get gnarly looking somewhat, and then you plant them in spring and they grow good. So if you're new at starting seeds, there's tons of details with this stuff, but if you want to just get your hands wet and kind of start out with basic
Feet
seeds.
wet.
Feet wet, hands dirty. If you want to start out with seeds, saving, start with stuff that's easy. Pumpkins, squash seeds, those are easy. Just make sure they're dry. And then a critical thing too is storing them in a paper bag, not a plastic bag. Because a non-breathable plastic bag is quick to mold your seeds, unless you're quick to get them in the freezer.
Nothing dries out quickly in a plastic bag.
No.
Like if you go swimming and you toss your
Yeah.
wet bathing suit and your towel in a plastic bag and you forget about it in your car, it's not going to be dry when you find it again.
And it'll mold if you forget about
And it'll be moldy.
it. So yeah, easy things to start with are potato seeds. That's what I start with. We don't save a ton of seeds. We just save like squash seeds, pumpkin seeds, potato seeds.
We saved a lot of seeds last year or the year before, and we ended up planting all of them.
Squashes mainly.
Yeah, I saved
They're easy
a
to
bunch
save.
of pepper seeds, a bunch of squash seeds.
Peppers I'm not starting those by seed. They're too hard.
Oh, but I did plant them and they did grow.
Yeah, they'll grow. You just
Yeah. The red, orange, and yellow bell peppers and green peppers, those grow really well here.
You do have to get your sunflowers before the birds do. The birds will eat them all. And even ragweed, this isn't ragweed, this is still lamb's quarter, but ragweed grows a good seed for plant or for livestock.
It also makes me sneeze.
Ragweed.
Yeah. You might want to give the pigs another sunflower. They're really fighting over it in there. You should give them this. This little wily looking one. Oh, there's the sheep again. You might notice that it was quiet in the barn because the sheep are out here in the pasture. They were inside temporarily for breeding purposes, and now they're back out here. They're on the other side of the garden because they would eat all of this. And when we're done harvesting it all, we will put the sheep in it, probably put some cows in it, and they'll just eat it right down and help us clean it up.
Future sausages.
Is that like the pollen of the sunflower you're knocking off of it?
I don't know.
It looks like it because it's yellow and it's fuzzy.
There's bugs all over this.
Ew.
Look at all these seeds. It's amazing.
Oh, you're keeping it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll feed it to them later. These things get vibrant.
What are these? We need to look these up.
Squoosh.
My phone would probably tell me what it is. I could just tap on the picture.
See, something like this, that's a nice big squash. And the reason I store it here, I'll store it, say I store it up here. What I did find is when you store stuff like this, you don't want it to touch the wood in the back, the wall, because it sucks moisture in and out. So you want them to dry better, you keep them a little, you don't have to push against it, you pull them a little bit away.
Maybe you should put them on top of something too.
Yeah, that would help, but they all get fed out eventually. Some last longer than others. But something like this would feed that group of pigs for a day, maybe, probably. So that, what do you think that saves us in feed?
A day?
Yeah, along with some greens and some hay.
Yeah, they really need more than just that.
But that...
I mean, it is huge. It doesn't look as big as it actually is on this camera.
Well, so that's a $7 squash to 10. That's what it saves us.
Yeah, and squash is very filling, so
Yeah.
maybe you're close.
Well, I'm close. These ones will feed out. These ones are getting ready too. Throw these out.
They ate that stalk clean.
They'll eat the whole stalk too.
We don't usually use these kind of gates for pigs because they push and push and push the dirt, so this is getting all thrown outside of the pen and then it's mounding up on the bottom here. We usually use boards across the bottom to hold the bedding in.
Great time of year for pigs though. Alright, get a couple more plants. I mean, they're probably like 30 pounds. They're easy to spot when they turn orange.
Yeah, I mean, how many more do you think are out here? There's quite a few.
Yeah, probably like maybe 10 more, 12 more. But there's pumpkins out there too.
Come on, dogs. Come on. Come on.
I'll grab a couple more sunflowers for the day.
Okay, I'll film the dogs playing. They both wrestle on their backs.
Some nice stalks. Nice looking harvest.
So proud.
All right, well, to conclude on our seed talk, you harvest seeds in fall, at least most seeds. You save them, you dry them out. You want to save them in paper bags if you're going to save them. And I would suggest starting with easy seeds. Squashes, sunflowers, potatoes. What else is easy? It's probably easy. But the sky's the limit with seed saving. There's all sorts of complicated things you can do. There's ways you can breed for the genetic of the kind you want, where if you want to just get one heirloom where it doesn't get, like these could have got bred by other pumpkins, basically, so that their seeds might not be like a purebred of this, because we don't know when the flowers were there what fertilized this plant. So, because the male plants fertilize the female plants, and if you want to control that, there's a way to control which ones get fertilized, or you only grow one kind in one area and you separate it. So we don't get that picky with stuff, but there's a lot to it if you want to get complicated. But if you want to keep it simple, you can just save some pumpkin seeds, put them in the ground, and they produce pretty good. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.